Hey everybody, this is Companies to Catch All, just as Mr. Smells a Lot, with another Let's Talk Media LLC advice / martial arts instructional video. So as you just saw in the beginning, I did a whole bunch of kicks. Of course, I did my fancy ones that I like to do the most, and the ones I've practiced my whole entire life. It's been a while since I've done them, so I'm out of breath. I took a really bad fall on Monday, and I haven't been able to work out this week, so I'm a little bit sluggish, but my legs were feeling loose and strong because I got to rest from running so much in the past and working out as much as I have been. So I was like, let me do a little, demonstration video of kicks and stuff, and then show you some instructions on how to throw some of these kicks, right? And some basics. So in most fights, right, you're not going to see those fancy kicks that I did in the beginning. You might see a side kick. You might see a little, inside leg kick. There's also T kicks or push kicks, as I showed you. But in Taekwondo, in Karate, in any martial art, the fancy kicks, they do work, I guess, if your opponent's not going to expect it. But when someone's coming at you hard and aggressive, we all know for a fact that trying to pull off a lot of these kicks won't work. But I'm going to show you, to me, or personally, I did what I think does work. Okay, so like I said, a lot of push kicks and a lot of quick kicks because you want to get in and out really fast. You don't want to do these like long exaggerated, you know, I was doing that for show, to show you like how those kicks are broken down into like how you do them, right? But my demonstration I'm trying to show you is, as you see, as I'm fighting like this, I told you I've always got one hand here for defense and one hand here, right? That's my fighting stance. Is what I've used, you know, for a while now, and it's worked really well for me, right? So I'm always here, but as you can see, like you can see my feet. But as I come out here, okay, got 1 foot here and 1 foot here, kind of like this, almost like Muay Thai, right? So then I can get off my kicks real quick, maybe, you know, do a check kick, or, you know, bounce back real fast, things like that. So I'm light up here and I'm light up here, but then when I kick, just like with my punch, I ground myself, okay? And the reason you want to ground yourself is because, yeah, you want to be bouncy, but you want to be so bouncy you can't do the kicks, right? Or punches, honestly. So, good one, like I said, first instructional kick, just like your jab, your front teep kick, or your front thrust kick with your left leg, just like your left jab if you're right-handed. So you're right here, so just like your jab, you lead in. What you want to do, what I do, so since my foot's already kind of tipped like here, I come back, just like in Muay Thai, raise my knee, I chamber my knee, and then I push, and then I kick out and I push, and then I kick with the very bottom of my foot or the very top of my foot with my toes pointed up. But with shoes, you know, you can kind of get away with not pointing them, but you still should though, so you don't hurt yourself. So I'm here, here, right there, and then I bring it back and I come back down for defense. Now that was a quick one, or like I said, you can push. And if you're gonna push, you can either come and kind of stomp forward, but you wanna force your hips to go out, like this, forward, like that, right? But that's how I kind of lean back as well. You don't wanna lean back so far that you fall over, obviously, but the lean is this, just like the lean back for boxing. Someone throws out a right, bam, you know, block, right? Bah, bah, bah. Anyway, so here, teep kick, if you want power, okay? Obviously, you can do the teep kick from the right leg as well. So all you do, same thing, but and you'll get more power from the back leg because well, obviously there's more force and more momentum coming forward, right? More torque as well. So you come here, same thing, chamber the kick, up, out, straight, and back. Or all the way through. See, just like that. Notice I even lean back on that one as well. Okay? Those are your two basic kicks. And honestly, if you time that right, remember, hitting is all about timing. And you hit them in the solar plexus in the right spot, and honestly, for self-defense purposes, that can knock the wind out of them, and that can also, you know, end the fight pretty quickly. Especially if you don't really want to fight and they won't stop backing off, and you want to have a quick attack, and they're coming at you from a distance, right? Well, that's a perfect weapon right there, because what's longer than your arm? Your leg. What's stronger than your arm? Your leg, right? No matter what size you are, no matter big or small, no matter how much muscle you have, it doesn't matter. Someone comes in with a big head, or you see them coming in, and you tell them to back off and they won't listen, you know you don't have a choice but to defend yourself. Well, I mean, just like your jab, you know, like, hey, and if you hit them hard enough, and if you even don't hit the solar plexus, like, if you don't knock them down, that's definitely like a, you know, a warning shot, like, you need to stop, right? You always say thing in the back, like, hey man, come on, stop, I told you I don't want to do this, and they come at you, right? You might not have a choice. Look, in a fight, nobody wins. You ever think about that? Because you're engaging violently as much as they are. But sometimes there are life situations where you don't have a choice and you have to defend yourself. It's just true. Anyway, so, you know, there's always the roundhouse kick as well. I'm going to show you about 2 or 3 more kicks and then I'm going to wrap things up. So, the roundhouse kick, as you know, I'm going to show you from my right leg first. You always turn your hips and you come up on the ball of your foot, bottom of your foot, and you turn up and come around. Here's what I mean. Kind of might be hard here because I'm at a slant. But in martial arts, just like I was showing you here, okay? On this foot, you're coming down, you're turning your foot in, and you want to keep your weight right here at the bottom of your foot, right, or in the ball, either in the bottom of your foot or right in the middle. Depends on what kind of style you're doing or whichever's comfortable with you. I like to keep my weight in the middle because I think I get a better turn. See? But anyway, come up here, and just like with the front kick, I mean, if it's better to chamber it like a little bit just to get more power, but you don't want to do it so much to make it obvious. So when you throw the roundhouse, you want to do it fast, right? And the speed and the power comes from your hips and from that turn. So after you bring this leg up, you twist your hip this way, and then your legs are coming vertically this direction. I think that's if I'm correct there. And then you're gonna come in like so, and you're gonna flick your shin out like so. Now it depends on what style you're doing. If you're doing Muay Thai, hit with the shin. If you're doing Taekwondo or Karate or other styles, you're more likely gonna hit the top of the foot or right here on the what is that called? Anyway, you're gonna hit right there. I personally like to hit right here because I feel like it doesn't hurt as much because there's more bone and not as much flesh. You have the less chance of breaking my feet, and also, to be honest with you, it's been a long time since I've toughened my shins out for shin kicks. But anyway, so you're gonna come here, turn, hips, boom, turn here, boom, and back. See, one more time. Okay, see? And then same thing with the right foot. It's no different. One, two. Okay? So it's gonna look like this. Hey. It's gonna look like this. Hey. So that's the roundhouse kick. Everybody, excuse me, probably knows what that one is, especially if you've done martial arts in the past. And then there's the side kick. And honestly, I feel like after this, we should wrap it up because these three basic kicks can be what you need to win a fight or to defend yourself. Roundhouse kick is good for the snap, that power. It's good for hitting the side of the ribs, of the leg, of the head. Anything that you can to defend yourself, to get them off of you, to make them aware that you are defending yourself pretty much in that regard. With the roundhouse kick, what I like to do is I like to usually get an angle, right? Whether it's defense or whether I'm moving in or out of the way of what I'm doing. So in that way I get more power. So instead of just throwing it from here, sometimes I'm just like with the box, bounce, I'll move sideways, right? I'll do that side step. And then what I like to do is I'll then kick, because in that way, when I come around, as I'm coming into it and I'm bouncing back, that's all my weight, my force, my torque, then going this direction. So it's a little bit more powerful. Like so. See? So same thing over here to the right. So that's a good way to let them know, hey, fight's over. Okay, and then the side kick. So side kick, kind of like with all roundhouse kicks, you chamber your kick sideways. With the roundhouse, from the front leg, which is easier, because all you gotta do is just turn your back leg like this. And then you do want to lean back on this leg just like with the roundhouse, but you don't want to lose your balance. So try to forget that balance from your foot all the way up your leg, through your back and your spine like this. So you can do, things like this. Anyway, so what I mean by that is, like I was saying, from here, okay, we turn from our back foot, well, just like this. Since it's already kind of halfway turned, it's not that, you don't have to do that much, but you still want to turn your hips, turn your foot out up here, and then you turn your foot and then you push out, and you can either hit with the bottom of your foot or your heel. Personally, I like to, for side kicks or certain kicks, I like to hit with my heel. And certain kicks I like to hit with the bottom part of my foot. Side kicks, I like the bottom part of my foot. Hook kicks or spinning back kicks, I like to hit with my heel. So anyway, that's my preference. So just like here, you come up, side, out. And as you come out, you torque your leg, your knee out like this, and make sure that your power's going that direction. Remember, you want to hit through your target. So same thing on this side, up, out. Notice how I twisted my hips down as I kicked out. And notice I also looked at my target too before I kicked out as well. So right here, up, out, bam. The power comes from that torque. As I'm doing that with my hips, I'm kind of not really coming down necessarily, but I'm digging more into my hips as I'm coming in for that power, for that torque. So as I'm bringing that leg up, see, or as I'm bringing it up this way, that's where the power comes from. See, or as you see, sometimes with some kicks, you know, for show, we'll do a roundhouse kick and go, hey, and go all the way through. Well, sometimes what I like to do, especially from a side kick, is to hit and then get that full spin. And now, not to be fancy, but because of the fact that sometimes when I kick, I push in to really get them off me. And sometimes that push will cause me to have to do this, or maybe bring my foot all the way back. I mean, sometimes if I kick them hard enough and it makes them go flying back, that gives me enough time to just get right back into my stance, right? So, I'm here, pop, pop, pop. See what I'm saying? So anyway, remember, use your hips, use the angle of your feet, chamber your kicks, make sure you have your balance, and don't forget, fighting, martial arts is for protection. Don't train to fight to hurt others. Train to fight so you don't have to. And if you have to defend yourself in a self-defense situation, do it in the best non-lethal way as best as you can, so that way legal complications don't follow you later on, possibly in court. Anyway, this has been Cobra C Capshaw / Mr. Smiles a Lot, your martial arts coach. Also, if you need a market advertiser, if you live in St. Louis, let me know. Need a photographer, videographer, let me know. I love you all. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.